We have a big idea, a big dream, and it doesn't get done without individuals, people, employers, everyone coming out and saying, you know what, we're going to help end veteran homelessness. So real quick, for giving us this incredible venue, giving us this platform. I saw you out here working today. You were trimming bushes, you were picking stuff up. Like, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to bring everybody together and talk about the cause.
Got a little something for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody say something?
Yeah, sure, say something, of course. Before they have to listen to me.
Hello, I want to thank all of you for supporting this group. And we can't rely on government to support our veterans coming back from war. And Hillary Clinton said something, whether you like her or not, takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes us to welcome our veterans back home. And I recently met these folks through Kevin Mulshine, and Kevin had a vision, and he's a visionary, and Kevin helped make this thing happen. He fought hard for these guys, and I want to stand by Kevin and say thank you, Kevin. Thank you. And they found a great place to do this in Boulder County where people care. And I'm glad you guys chose Boulder County. And this young man and his partners have a lot to say for themselves. They gave up other careers to help other veterans. And that says a lot to me. So I'm in it till the end. You will have me as a supporter, as a volunteer, whatever you need. And I just want to thank you guys because for coming to Longmont, you chose a great place to do this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to take a couple minutes real quick and just talk about Veterans Community Project. I know there's some people here that maybe are getting introduced to it for the first time, right? And I want to start with a little bit about me. So, as Paul said, my name is Brian Meyer. I'm one of the co-founders. I'm the CEO of Veterans Community Project. Also a Marine Corps veteran, deployed to Iraq twice. Hey, December 5. You say Navy? All right. Calm down. When I got out of the Marine Corps, like so many other people, I had struggles of my own, all right? That really culminated in a situation where one day I found myself standing in front of a judge and he's telling me you can either go to jail or enroll in community college. So that's a pretty easy choice. After I got out of jail, I decided that maybe I should go to college. No. So I enrolled in community college. Fast forward a number of years, I was lucky enough to be graduating law school. I'm graduating the president of my law school, and I'm sitting there writing the commencement address for our graduation. And it dawns on me, in that moment when that judge was talking to me, one step left, right, I'm a very different person. I need to do something to give back to other vets that didn't have that opportunity. So I actually founded a different nonprofit other than the Veterans Community Project, getting vets free legal assistance. It was through that work that I was able to link up with a bunch of very like-minded individuals, the other co-founders of the organization. And we were all doing the same thing. We're all working with vets, specifically low-income homeless vets in different capacities. And one of the common threads was we're circumventing the current processes in place to get them the help they need. And finally, after a while, we just really over beers one night said, screw it. Let's just create something ourselves that serves vets in the way we think they need to be served. So we drew it out. We said we can do whatever we want, no matter how stupid the idea is. What does it look like? We leaned it on two things. The first is what we're most well known for, a village of tiny houses as transitional housing for the homeless veteran population. More important than just the house itself, we offer on-site wraparound case management. The whole idea, you take somebody from the street, address those underlying issues of homelessness, get them back on their feet, and you set them up for the long term. The second, okay, yeah. The second was something we're a little less well known for. We operate outreach centers. So anybody who hasn't really had to be in the military or deal with the VA probably has this idea, hey, if you're a vet, why can't you just go down to the VA, walk in, say like, hey, I'm here, I need help, and they're like, yeah, let's go. If you've been in the military, and real quick, because I like to do this, please raise your hand if you've been in the military. Thank you. Thank you all for your service. You know it doesn't work like that. Getting into the VA can be a difficult process. It can be overwhelming. It's not how it should work. We think that that's how it should. So we created outreach centers where somebody can walk in, raise their hand, say, hey, I'm here, I need help. And we say, great, let's go, let's do it right now. There's no disqualification or barrier due to time in service, discharge status, period of service, all these other really complicated things. At Veterans Community Project, we say, if you've ever taken the oath to serve your country, you qualify for all our programs and services. And we think that is the core tenet of it. When we started Veterans Community Project in Kansas City, me, the other co-founders, will openly admit, we're all Kansas City guys, we're all combat vets, we want to do something great for Kansas City, and we thought that'd be it, right? I left my law firm to do this. I thought, stand it up, create something good, I'll go back in a couple years. That was about 5-6 years ago now, all right? What happened was we started having a lot of success. With that success came other communities reaching out and saying, why can't you bring this to our community? Why can't you come here and help the vets around us? So we made that strategic decision. Let's try to expand. Let's see what that looks like. All right? Now, everybody here probably knows that we are actively working in Longmont. I was just there the other day. They're laying underground. It's incredible. We broke ground in St. Louis. We're getting ready to announce Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sorry if I said that early, Kelly. And there's about 2-3 more other cities behind it. We're going to expand to 8, then stop. Here's a question I get a lot. Why Longmont? Right? Out of all these big cities, everything like that, right? When we first decided to expand, we said, well, let's go where the need is the greatest. Well, the need is everywhere. Every community has homeless veterans. Every community has a need for this programming. What it takes, what we decided was, let's go the place that we can get boots on the ground the fastest and start helping people really, really quickly. That's the most important thing to us. Fortunately for Veterans Community Project, a guy named Kevin Molshine came to Kansas City. Said, hey, I want to see what you're doing, all this stuff. Actually, we blew him off. We said, like, we get that all the time, we don't care. Now, as I've got to know him, I'd probably do the same thing, but at that time. So he pitched us on Longmont. He pitched us, him and his partners, to come here and do something really cool, to build a community around another community and show people that no matter what the city, what the size, like, you don't have to sit here and say, like, hey, homeless veterans, like, that's a big problem, I can't do anything about it. No, this is a very community-based solution. Homeless veterans are sleeping on your streets, in your parks, they're your friends, your neighbors, and this is how you address it. We chose Longmont because Longmont had the right people. Kevin, I know there's Bonnie Finley out here, Tim Waters, Ken, all you guys are the ones who sold us on it. This group right here, you're selling us on it. You guys are the reason we came to Longmont. Thank you. Like, you're never gonna have to ask a question, did I do enough for vets? Go to sleep feeling good about it, because you're doing something. Kevin, thank you again.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm gonna regret thanking you. I don't have a ton more to say about it other than this. If you haven't seen it, go see the model home out back. You can see what we're doing. You can get a little bit more idea because it's not about the roof over the head. It's about the services to get people back on their feet, back re-engaged. We have an outreach center in Longmont. The staff there is incredible. They're already servicing vets. Construction's going well. We're going to be housing people before we know it. Yes. And everybody, when they drive by that facility, when you see it and think like, I helped create that legacy. Because it's not 1, 2, 3 vets you're helping. After 10 years, we're talking about hundreds of vets that you're taking off the street and getting back into society. And as a vet myself, thank you. As from all the co-founders of the organization, thank you. And speaking of co-founders, we have this one co-founder. He's actually the worst co-founder. Luckily, he's deployed, so he doesn't have to, like, I mean, I'm sure somebody here is going to snitch me out and tell him I said that, but I don't care. In a heartbeat. The organization's about family and community, and I just want to give Chastity Solomon, real quick, an opportunity to come up here and speak, to talk about veterans community right now. I'm sorry. Bring your cards. Okay, I'll put it back on the mic. Chastity's the husband of one of our co-founders, Mark Solomon. No, I said husband for a reason. You run that shit. Wait, not that women can't run that. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Huh? Sure. Sure, I can do whatever you want, Chastity. You're more needy than Mark.
Why don't you just hold it?
Because I shake and drop it.
So again, one more time, Chastity Solomon, she is the wife of one of the co-founders of Veterans Community Project who's currently deployed. Mark moved here to Longmont. Okay, sorry, I'm done. Bye. Thank you.
So my husband deployed to Africa a week before Christmas last year. That's been 289 days as of today. He has another month and a half yet to go, which means it'll be almost a year that his 2 sons and I have been without him. Thank you.
I'm sorry, it was emotional. I fucked it up.
Here, I was worried about my speech being messed up. He missed Christmas, New Year's Eve, 4th of July, and all the birthdays in between. It wasn't really the holidays that were the hardest. The hard things were the ones that he missed his oldest son, Jack, turning 16 and driving. He missed his younger son, Nicholas, starting high school football as the starting center. He somehow missed both of his boys growing a foot taller than me, but to be fair, I think I blinked and probably missed that one too. Him missing the nights that we all 3 spent crying because the pandemic, school, lack of school, job, logistics, and everything in between was just too much. Being a military family is pretty hard. It's actually really hard. The one thing that helps us is the thought of him coming home. I want you to let that last word sink in, home. What does it mean for you? Right now for us, it's a place filled with anticipation, hearts full of love, and a yearning because we miss him so much. It's a place where we gather to plan his homecoming. Are we going to have banners? Are there going to be balloons? Are we going to have a big crowd at the airport? How can we welcome home my husband, their dad, and our sailor in such a way that makes him feel special? It's a big deal to us to have his homecoming be a big deal. You see, home to us means you're seen, you're celebrated, and you're recognized. You're greeted with open arms. Home should mean a safe haven from the hell you've been through. Home should also equal comfort. Comfort food, comfy couch on a Sunday afternoon for naps, and comfort of family and friends gathering around you. Mark's really lucky. He is not like 1.5 million veterans that are on the verge of homelessness right now. He's going to end his second combat tour and not be one of the 60,000 veterans that are sleeping on the street tonight. He's coming home to all of those comfort things. And so it's what we do, right? It's what we do for our family, for the ones that we love, respect, and have a bond with. A few years ago, Mark and 3 other combat veterans set out to do for others what we would do for our own family. They launched VCP with the hope of providing homes for a few vets. In August of 2019, Mark and I moved our family to Longmont from Kansas City. We moved because we have so much passion for VCP and everything that they stand for. It stands for living in dignity, love, and compassion. My sons and I have been honored to work along so many of you to make VCP Longmont a place for so many others to call home. A home that makes you whole again. Being seen, celebrated, and cared for are such basic human needs, and these are some of the most deserving people. These deserving people could have been your son, your sister, your brother, but they are the ones who came home without a safe haven to rest. You being here tonight, giving to our charity, will make the difference in the world of so many. I look over the crowd and have such a grateful, full heart. It's you guys that are going to make the difference, and as Brian said, it's the community that will make a world change for so many. We can't succeed without you. So please help us tonight by bidding in the silent auction, spreading the word about our mission and what it means to you and what it means to us. Come swing a hammer with the 3 of us. They love swinging hammers.
My thumb still hurts.
I do have one last request. I'd like you to make a donation, a large donation, one that says, "Welcome back. It is so good to have you home." Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Chastity. That is about as heartfelt as you get around here. Mark's a special guy, and we all look forward to having him come back. So, and Chastity is a stellar volunteer also. She's done quite a bit of work over at Outreach. I have one more thank you. It dawned on me. I need to thank Sandy Meyer. Sandy is David Chaknova's right-hand person, and this would not have happened tonight without her steady guidance through all of this. She really made a lot of wonderful things happen here, so we appreciate Sandy massively. So, in any case, eat, drink, bid on silent auction items, grab a bottle of wine, and have some more fun. The Delta Sonics will be back up in just a minute. Thanks again for being here tonight.